this week too already. My God. Last week was fun. This week, I have one more gig. Not a fiddle gig, so I don't know about filming or anything of that. Anything like that. I am still wiped out from last week. I've been feeling very sick the last couple days, actually. I've had a cold, a really minor cold, but like, I'm just so tired, and I'm like all achy and sore everywhere, and my back was thrown out, so that's probably made the cold worse than it actually is. And yeah, stuff like that. I don't know what I did to my back. It happened last Monday morning, where I like suddenly woke up and I couldn't even like breathe. I was like, my chest felt tight, my upper back was just a big knot, and yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's a little bit better, but it's still sore. But yeah, life goes on anyway, I guess. And today I thankfully do not have anything, or the stuff I do have I'm not going to. That includes my dance class. I'm not sure if I'm going to that yet because I need to get better. Because next week is actually a big week. I have something special planned for next week. If you know, you know. But yeah, so I gotta get better before then, or that's not gonna happen, and that would be really sad. So yeah, today is gonna be a chill day. Tomorrow I'm actually going to Hannike's house for help with some of my new music that I'm writing. As I've been mentioning, just, you know, help fine-tuning all the sets and everything. There is still more new music that I have written that I need to figure out the arrangement to. So, and another very exciting project that I was hoping to start this week, involving one of the tunes from my album. I'm going to turn one of my tunes into a song, and I have no idea how to do that, so I'm getting help with it. And yeah, that will hopefully be started this week. So yeah, that's what's happening this week. Today I'm doing absolutely nothing, most likely. Tomorrow I'm gonna paint. Actually, I gotta get busy with the painting project that I shared about in the last vlog. And yeah, cheers. Also, just wanted to make a quick note. Funny enough, I just got the dog card. But as you might have seen, my dog Hazel was all curled up on the sofa. She got a little bit sick last night. She's okay though. She's okay. But she had a rough night and did not sleep the whole night and was at the vet at like 2 a.m. in the morning, having some problems with seizures and stuff. I don't really understand it. So yeah, I'm gonna be checking on her a lot throughout the day. We're all sick here. We're sick and we're miserable. And I don't know what's going on. It was a rough November. Very rough end of October into November. And then now we're just dealing with like the repercussions of that. I guess. I don't know what to say. Anyway. Hazel's up. What you doing, Haze? My parents only let me 2 of these gingerbread squares. I got from the gig yesterday. Did it. Bring that pine in. Decorate. Hey, Jenny. Look at all this pine. Oh, it's got a big mess on the floor. Look at it. I'm gonna decorate it, but I'm still in my coat. It's so cold. Leftover pine to bring the house in. Till we paint it. Oh, dude, it's cold. Wow, that's a lot of sun. But it's time to finish this and then do another little project for my bookshelf. And I need just a little piece of paper. And I'm just gonna use colored pencils for this and do a little drawing to stick on the back of the shelf. Let's do that. Ta-da! I did it. Don't ask me what this is really about, but this might actually be too small. I want it to be, you'll have to tape it to the back of that. Yeah, it's definitely too small. Because if I were to take these books out, you don't get it like that. So maybe the books actually have to stay in. And you kind of just tape it there. finished attempt number 1. I'm probably gonna try it again, see if anything changes, fix up some things before moving it over to the big paper over there. As a reminder, that's what I'm doing, so get a fresh sheet. And here we go again. I made some mistakes in this one, but you know, it's inevitable. It was the first time. But this is also going to be seen from a distance again, so yeah, lots of room for error. Whoops. White paint. Oopsie. Tissue. Done. Gotta let it dry. Does it look different? We'll see how it comes out. Right. Look at all this. To throw away. Well, I think it's time for lunch. Lunch. Oh. I did the buildings too quickly. A little bit. Maybe a little bit better. This one. Got a bit more shape to them. But we'll see how it dries. Yeah. I think I'm going to move on from that and figure out how I'm going to paint this big thing and erase all this. Which do you prefer? It's kind of like this. this will work. Set up for painting. That's what we're painting on this big piece of paper, if it works. We will see. We will see this week if it works. It's a very old piece of paper from 2024. I bought this in Mexico, brought it all the way back here. That's why I circled a little. I don't know what to do about that. There you go. Okay, guys, so I just had a lesson with Jenna Moynihan because see, there's my fiddle, there's my laptop. I want to write this song. It's about my tune, Crow Over the Water. This is actually possibly going to be the ending phrase as the crow flies over the water. And I got some work to do on it now. I have to write the lyrics, and I have to do it to the melody of my tune before I change anything. And it's actually like, I haven't written poems in so long. I used to, but I haven't, like, in the past couple years. And the thing about it is that my voice, as you've probably been able to tell, is not the strongest voice. I can't really sing. I can't really sing. So I'm gonna have to do a bit of singing in this these are just my notes from the bit that I got for the lyrics. And it's making me a little uncomfortable. But, you know, I gotta get through this and do some writing sessions here to try and get the lyrics to the song down. And I will need to use my fiddle and sing it. And like, even in the lesson, I kept not, like, I wanted to have a structure of the song first and not have to, like, kind of just make up words, but I actually do need to make up the words first. But, you know, that was like a safety thing because I was getting actually a little uncomfortable. But it was just because of my voice and not singing, not really being a singer. So anyway, I'm rambling, but that's what we are doing today. I'm going to do a lot of writing today and trying to sing my tune, Crow Over the Water, which you can hear already on my CD in tune form. It's just really interesting trying to turn a tune into song, but I can do it. I'm gonna do it, and we're gonna do it together now.
Funny. I'm like, ooh, wow, what is that?
Like, that's good for
Oh my God.
I have made some progress on the lyrics, but I still don't know if I'm happy with it. Of course, it's only day 1, so what I'm going to do is basically just meditate on this a lot, try and put myself in that sort of imagery that I'm going after for this particular song. I don't know if you can read the lyrics from here, but this is actually pretty intimidating. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is, this is not gonna be a finished product in this week. This is going to take me until next year to do this, but that's okay. That means it's a good project, and I am going to take 1 week and work on these lyrics and just meditate on them and try and get them where I want it to. Then I'm bringing it back to Jenna and we're gonna discuss. Because I am very uncomfortable with this process, as you can tell. But that's good. That's the only way we grow, is when we're uncomfortable in that sort of sense. So, trying new things, you know? Expanding my mind, trying new things, being creative with my own creativity. That is what I'm trying to do. Being more creative, and I want to write more. So I haven't actually been writing for a long time, and this has really brought me into that kind of place of like, oh wow, I haven't written a story in forever, and I want to write a story. So we're gonna do that as part of this. It's a whole journey, and I'm gonna make a whole separate video on this, but it's gonna be in this vlog, because that's the only exciting thing that's happening this week. Besides my gig tomorrow, which will be a whole other adventure. Playing for a church congregation. Not what I typically do either. This has really been a year of like first times. Like everything this year has been like my first time doing this, my first time doing that, my first time winning nationals, my first time playing at Loon Mountain, my first time, you know, making a song, my first time doing this, that, and the other thing, my first time going to Florida, my first time XYZ. It has been so much about that it's just kind of, yeah. I am getting kind of tired of it being all about my first times. But it's good. That's the only way I grow. Alright, so I'm gonna work more on this. I'm about to basically finish this painting. The interesting thing about this sunset, I don't like the way it looks when light's shining on it, but then if you do this, you can't really see it on the camera, but it gives it like a completely different feeling. It's just darker and more pleasant. Basically the problem was with all the yellow, mixing in with the purple, it makes it a kind of green tint, which I hadn't noticed before really. But I guess when you move it to the big piece of paper, it changes it. So, but what we're gonna do now is the buildings here, kind of fix these shapes, make them bigger and more and all that. And then I will see if I want to add anything more to the sunset. I do like, it's not that I don't like it at all, but interesting how in the dark you can actually get a different vibe than when light's shining on it. So, almost done, guys. Almost done. I don't know if it's any good, guys. But I'll explain that later. But now it needs to dry. In the light. That's a mistake. Dropped wet paint on it. But I don't know, maybe it still looks cool. Thing is, this is a very almost sci-fi type of city, so that's what it is. So, you know, as weird and as wonky as possible. So, but this is it, guys. This is it. Almost sort of do it. I don't know if that's ruined the whole thing or not, but I will fix that. That is supposed to be there. Alright. Okay. Gonna need to wait for the lights to dry. See how they dry, some of them. But this is it. And I just added a few more strokes to that. Don't know if to paint it all the way in. It's too big. I like the UFO-y look of it. It's a UFO! Right away. Yeah. A bit rough and little mistakes, but overall I like it. This is what's going in my closet for the weirdest project I've ever done in my whole life. So the painting will hang up around here. Then I'll put some lights, maybe from here, maybe around here. And I even thought of putting the disco ball in here and some of the stars on the ceiling. I don't know if they'll shine because you need light, but it will look essentially, the lights will cover the painting a bit, or just be around it, you know. And then this whole area will be like dark, and then you can see what, maybe an extra light, a red light or something, shining on the disco ball if I put it in here. And then if I spin it with all the lights on, it'll look super cool. So that's my idea. I don't know if we'll put the disco ball in here because it does look big downstairs, but there it is. There's my painting. There's where it's going. Bit wonky, but you know, it was the first time, so here you go.